Back everybody, this is Family Time 235. It's kind of a chaotic week last week with the weather and things like that. Hopefully a little more regular routine this week. I want us thinking about teams this week. First, it's important that we identify the difference between groups and teams. There's a lot of different definitions, but for me, groups are things that we don't always really choose. We belong to a lot of different groups, and sometimes those are things that the outside world puts upon us. You might belong to a group based on age or race or background or something like that. Sometimes those are things thrust upon us. Might also just be based on classes you're in. Could be some activities that aren't necessarily a team, but just a group of people, a collection of people. Then a team to me is that group that then has a united force, right? They have a goal. They're working together for something bigger than themselves. That's a team. And that can be, the obvious example is like a sports team, or if you're in drama or the band, something like that. That can be a team in the best cases. Everybody's kind of working towards one thing. But we also have teams in our lives. Hopefully, maybe it's that friend group that is supportive. It's that relationship, individual relationship, a romantic relationship, where that other person backs you up and supports you. That's a team. You want the same things. You're unified. I talk about this with my athletes quite a bit, is you have 5 choices in anything you want to do in life. You can be bad, you can be average, you could be good, you could be great, or you could be elite. And we talk about what it means to be all those different things. But I really believe to be elite, to be top level at something, you need a good team around you. I don't think you can be elite on your own. And that applies not only in sports and things like that, where we have a team as just part of it, but it also applies to life. And I love being a part of a team. It's one of my favorite things. I think I'm sort of addicted to it. That's why I enjoyed sports so much when I was younger, and it became a big part of my life, why I wound up studying sports science and stuff in school, why I wanted to come back and coach. And just even activities I do outside of school. I know I kind of have an addictive personality, which I've been lucky to kind of gear that towards things like athletics and that team environment more than that. I train a lot of jiu-jitsu outside of school, and it's the team, it's the gym, it's the people that working out together kind of trying to improve themselves. But more importantly than that, we have a really cool gym where everybody wants everybody else to get better, and everybody kind of understands that the high tide raises all ships. And I love that. I'm drawn to that. I'm drawn to that just even with friendships, relationships. I like being around people who want to be high achieving, and I mean in their careers, but also it's I want to hang out with guys who are committed to being husbands and fathers and stuff like that. You can see them as an example. I like being around people who are committed teachers and coaches. That's the team that I like being around. So you have to ask yourself some questions about what are your teams? Who are the people around you? And really be honest about okay, this group of friends that I hang out with, or this relationship that I have, is this a team? Are these people really wanting what's best for me? And sometimes wanting what's best for you is challenging you. Think of my wife. She's my ultimate teammate. I love being on a team with her. And we enjoy our time together, and we have unified sort of beliefs and ethics about things, values. But she's also the one who will challenge me when I need to be challenged in a positive way, but say hey, maybe you haven't thought about this, or hey, maybe this is something that you need to try to do in this situation. and usually she's right, which is sometimes frustrating. But you want those people on your team too, who are going to hold you accountable in a positive way. So I want you to think about the teams in your life. Are they good teams? Do you have those healthy teams? Do you have those people? And a great exercise, I think, is I want you to picture a great teammate you have. Hopefully you have one. And think about whether it is in athletics or just in life, like who's a great teammate to you? Somebody who builds you up, wants what's best for you, challenges you in appropriate ways. Who's that teammate? I want you to think of the attributes that person has. And then I want you to think, are you that person for someone else? Are you that person back to that person? Are you that person in other teams that you belong to? How can you be a great teammate to other people? Think about those things. Consider the teams that you're in. And if you're struggling to come up with those supportive teams in your life, you may need to make some changes. That's just the way it is. But I really think, we've mentioned this before, there's that old adage that like you are the average of the 5 people with whom you spend the most time. That's kind of considering your team. Who is your team? All right, until next time, much love.